Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the More Analytics Afternoon S&P 500 Gold and Bitcoin podcast for November 28th. I'm going to start off with the S&P 500 index. We've been bullish overall from 3502. We've seen 3,451.75 to the upside. A lot of other bullish calls in here. More recently, we held exhaustion with the 65.25 low and it bounced up to 68, 63, 75. I noted that if this was a bullish correction, it should exceed 234 from the low with a minimum target of 67.59, which we already took out. And then the trade above 65.99.75 has brought in strength up to 68.63.75. And I also said the decent break above 67.91 will project this upward 265. I'm not real strong on that, but nonetheless, it's there. If we see a decent failure back below this line, the decent trade above this line warrants a higher trade, but didn't meet the minimum specifications that I would use to make a suggestion around it. But nonetheless, if we were to fail back down below it, actually, we haven't broken above it decently. If we break above it decently and we fail back below it decently, I would be out of longs and short, especially if we take out 67.91 decently, and that warn of another push back down to test these lows down in here. The maintain gap lower Monday would also be bearish, leave a minor bearish reversal above. King the gold keeps pressing higher. We left that medium bullish reversal warned about here 3 days ago. We're starting to see more of the higher trade from it. I'm not going to go over all the higher time frame stuff right now. On a more recent basis, the trade above 39.7320 has brought in trade up to 42.6310. And more recently, we broke above this formation, which I said there's a number of other bullish calls in here, but the trade above 41.7380 now warrants a decent strength likely for days. So we've traded from 43.7380 up to 42.6310. If we were to fail back down through 41.9060 minus 3.5 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m., that would warrant decent pressure. That line's been adjusted, so that's where it should be today. A maintain gap lower on Monday would also be bearish short term. And the Bitcoin we've been bullish overall from 16,275. We saw 110,965 to the upside. Number of other bullish calls which are on hold. Then we got bearish overall from 124 to 28. We saw 43,478 to the downside. That was put on hold. More recently, we had a large projection to the downside from 97,925, which projects us downward 37,000 plus. We've seen 17,175 of that, but that is currently on hold. It has not been negated yet, but it's on hold. I warned the trade above 88,600 to 89,240 would bring in strength. That's the break above here. We've seen strength up to 93,590. Decent trade above this line up here should bring in further strength. That's going to come in at 94,996. Minus 6 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the more important line is this line up here. Actually, this line right here, we break above that, that's going to come in at 97,198. Minus 33 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. And that's a substantial formation that would project this upward, probably 10,000 plus. Even more than that, maybe 15,000. We'd like to see a rejection off of it first before breaking above it. We also broke above this line here, which I had. I did not suggest getting along above it because I wanted to see a rejection from it prior. But if we happen to fail back down through that line, that's going to warrant a decent pressure. That's going to come in at 84,531. Minus 73 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Sunday. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday's podcast.